Okay, so I don't know. Me and my daddy were having this conversation, and I just felt the need to record a videos because I keep all my videos for my diary. But as I have reached this age of 42, right? Attempting to date. Now that I've given my life to Jesus, I don't need a receipt. That sale is final, no returns. It's done. Like, I'm not going back, because if you know, then you know. Dating is wild. It is wild. Now that I have masculine foundation, right? I have a spiritual father who has set the foundation, and I have an actual physical father figure who is the the actual manifestation of a biblical man. It is amazing, man. This is why fathers are important. So, first of all, I'm not gonna knock men because nobody taught you how to be a man. We're programmed to do whatever is on TV, and I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. But just no, that's not it. What I have learned is that what a biblical man is kind of imitate Jesus. And I'm not saying be perfect, because none of that would never happen. You would never be perfect because everybody needs something different. You can't fulfill every desire for everybody. But men, and I've noticed that men, they're perpetual children. And the fact that they are allowed to procreate with these childish women, well, we are doomed. But as a man, yes, nobody showed you. But it's imitate Jesus. Not in the level of perfection, but in the fact that he had a relationship with God. And he was faithful to it. No matter what he was going through, no matter where he was, no matter what he was doing, what does the Bible say? When it got dark or early in the morning, he sought God and he went in prayer. Now, if he's getting up at early in the morning, the third watch of the day or whatever time it was, that means God is his priority. Before he look at Facebook, before he get up and get his coffee, before he does anything, his priority is to be punctual with his praise for Jesus. That means he has discipline. That means he knows what it means to show up. That means he understands what it means to be intentional. Our men are not like that. Not these new ones. I don't know what crop this is, but recall. Imitate the characteristics of Jesus. He was not an impulsive man, nor was he overly emotional. When they said all manner of evil against him, he didn't pout. He didn't throw a temper tantrum. He didn't get mad and run and, Mary, they talking bad about me. No, he stood up. He stood his ground. Not these new niggas. They ready to beat you as a woman just for telling him the truth about the fact that he wasn't raised right. He's overly emotional and underdeveloped. Sadly. The other thing I noticed about Jesus that I would say a biblical man should imitate is the fact that he wasn't competing with nobody. He didn't compete with John the Baptist, his cousin. He didn't say, oh, he out there, he out there baptizing people. Let me go baptize too. Let me try to be more. Let me try to be better. No, he did not care. He walked in his ability. He knew his purpose. And that's all that mattered. He didn't conform to the people around him. The disciples couldn't change who he was. These days you see a group of 4, 5, 6, 7 dudes, all of them doing the same thing. No leader, no direction. They just out chilling. Always in the room dancing, half naked. Why? no productivity, no purpose. You know? And also, Jesus was a leader. Yeah, he told them, follow me. And they saw leader on him and they said, shit, I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna go follow him because he looked like he know where he going. That's what women want in a man. Nobody wants to date a man who just tell me what to do and I'll do it, babe. She will never have respect for you. She will henpeck you. She will Jezebel you. She will Ahab. Ooh, baby, don't do that. Don't hit me. She will lead you astray. Because she sees that you have no guide. You have no direction. She sees that. You know, nobody could come and tell Jesus, hey, do this, hey, do that. He knew what he knew and he stood on it. He was about his business. You know, he didn't ask the disciples, y'all chipping in on this wine? Y'all chipping in on this fish and bread? No, as a man, he took what little they had and he made it work. He didn't whine, he didn't shrug his shoulders. Shit, I don't know, man. I don't know. They just got to fend for themselves. That's the attitude of the men today. They don't see a need to fix problems. Their entire outlook is, what's in it for me? That ain't no man. That ain't no godly man that leaves. If your hand is out more than the next chicken hand, you might as well put a skirt on and go ahead. But no, men, if you don't know what it is, imitate those characteristics of God. You know, don't be a gossiper. Jesus wasn't a gossiper. I have a lot of male friends. Scratch that. I know a lot of male associates. I don't give out that title that much. Everybody ain't my friend. I know that. I know a lot of male associates. And the one thing that just makes me puke in my mouth a little bit is how much they quick to come. Hey, you heard about some stuff? Hey, they will gossip and gossip and gossip and gossip till I lose all respect for them. And then I'm like, hey, shut up. I don't want to hear that. Don't bring that over here to me. We're trying to do better over here. You know, they will just sit and congregate like hens in the chicken coop and cluck all day and night on the phone. They'll cluck in person. They'll cluck and cluster. You know, what else about Jesus that these men don't have? Jesus had a job. He had a purpose, but he also had a job, right? He knew that he had to put his hands to something because men were created to create. If you are made in the image of your Father, is he not the creator? And is it not innate in you, a real man, to also create? Not to do your hair, not to go buy shoes, not to clean your car every Saturday, not to watch football, but to create. To create. To create. That is one of your purpose. You should have it in you to want to build, and not even physically. You should want to build a positive relationship. You should want to create a firm foundation for your children, a safe place for your wife. Men are always on this nonsense saying, "Oh, my woman got to be my peace." But here's the kicker: she can only be your peace if you're already at peace. Because women will take whatever you give them and multiply it. If you are full of drama and chaos and you act like a little bitch and you whine and complain and you throw temper tantrum, what you think she's gonna do? She's gonna either repeat it, multiply it, or leave you alone. Because she's following you. You're the leader. You're the one that's setting the tone in the house. And if their tone is off, it is your job to fix it. Y'all got it twisted. You got it so twisted. You know? Here's one big one. Jesus followed through. He was a man of his word. He knew he had something to do. And though he said, Lord, let this cup pass from me, but nevertheless, your will be done, not mine. These men, they don't follow through on nothing. And there are some good ones who try, but the majority of what we are presented with is men who don't follow through on nothing. They can't keep their word to save their life. Something small as, hey, the kitchen sink it needs to be fixed. And you have to almost beg him to fix something that he needs himself. And if he does acquiesce and say, okay, I'm going to fix it, then it's like, when? I'm going to get to it. When? I'm going to get to it. 2 years later, I'm going to get to it. That makes a woman feel unsafe. That means I can't even count on you to do this. Now, here's the thing. If a woman were to take out her tool bag and just Google it on YouTube, watching another man teach her, or another woman, don't matter, and she fixes it, for some odd reason, now he feels emasculated. Oh, I told you I was going to do it. Honey, your word has a time expiration. You can't say, I'm going to fix it and let many moons pass. No. Women don't understand that. When you say, I'm going to do something, in a woman's mind, that means it's already done. Just like Jesus says, I am the great I am, meaning whatever you expect me to be, I was already it right now. It's done. Those are the men that get showered with love and respect and honor. If he said he gonna do it, she never has to doubt him. But you, as a millennial man, no matter how old you are, in this generation, if you can't even follow through on what you say you're going to do for your own self, why in the world are you upset that a woman who expects it and is used to it from her father gets upset and just be like, I'm going to do it myself? I don't get it. And I'm not saying men are just lost, because it's us. Well, not me, because I cracked the whip. I don't play. That's probably why I'm single now. I don't play, because I'm calling you to greatness. I'm going to call you as I see you. That's what the Lord said. I'll call you as I see you, not as you see yourself. So when you have a woman in your life that does not play those stupid games of, oh, I'm just going to love him as he is. No, I'm not going to love you as you are, because God called you to be greater. And if a woman is giving you bars to overcome, hurdles to move past, that's a woman who sees greatness in you. But if you are just, oh, you nagging at me, oh, you complaining at me, I said I was going to do it, baby, you are a failure. You are a failure as a man. Nobody should nag you to do what you were innately created to do. That is why women have lost respect for men. And in losing respect for them, we have caused them to lose respect for us. But they don't make them like that. No. Jesus didn't need a whole bunch of people around him all the time. And even with the few friends he had, he still went off and did introspection. He still went off alone, because he's able to go alone. When he's going through his tests and his trials, he don't call everybody. That's why they took him to the desert, because he knows I got to travel some things by myself. I don't need an entourage. I don't need 100 likes on Facebook. I don't need everybody in my Father's business. That's between us. Everything ain't for everybody. That's why he's speaking parables. That's why he says, I only reveal my secrets to my friends. And even as his friend, he's still going to test you to see if you're willing to walk the walk with him. See if you are trustworthy with the little things. Whether it be 1 talent, 2 talents, or 3, he's still going to test you every step of the way. Every step of the way. He's open and he is honest, and he does not manipulate. He tell it like it is. Now, if you are a man and you know you falling short, it takes a big man to realize that he's inadequate in certain areas. Just like it takes a big woman to acknowledge that, yeah, I'm toxic and I'm inadequate and I need to work on that. If you are inadequate, and you know it, and you desire, not won't, desire to change, to be what God called you to be. Look at Jesus' characteristics. Look at all the men in the Bible's characteristics. The good ones. Don't be a cheater like David. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know, look at the good characteristics, because Jesus was still working on them too. Hell, look at Solomon. Solomon asked for wisdom, but he couldn't control his body. Jesus controlled all that. I mean, yeah, considering how he was created, you know, he was the Word, so it was hard for the devil to get in him, because he knew what he was. But if you know you're a man that is lacking, there is no shame. It is actually a great service to you to pick up your Bible. Don't go to no self-help. What's his name? What's that guy's name? The one that died, that everybody was flocking over because he was so rude and blunt. Kevin Samuels. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm not saying don't follow Kevin Samuels, but Kevin Samuels don't care nothing about your salvation at the end of all that. High value woman. What makes you a high value man is imitating Christ. And every man who has done it and has reaped the favor of the Lord, they will be more than happy to tell you, baby, it's worth it. Being able to change yourself to line up first with God, and then to line up alongside the woman that is also trying to line up with God. It's something that you would have never experienced outside of Christ. I don't care what nobody says. Nobody. I don't care how long you've been together. Oh, we ain't never believed in God. We've been together 50 years. 50 years of turmoil is not a rewarding situation. 50 years of I'm scared to leave is not worth bragging about. And if you found God, even if you on your 49th year and you finally found God, I guarantee you that 50th year would be better than all the 49 put together. There's a different kind of peace when you serve God. Tolerating and having total peace is totally different. Totally different. I've experienced it. I know. There is something about being able to sleep and your spirit is able to rest. That's what it comes. That's what comes from following God. But these new dudes out here, we all need to do better, but y'all need to do better. The woman can be no greater than the man. And y'all give up so easy. How do we go from 1960s civil rights, men willing to die, to get hung, to be bitten and abused by dogs, and the next day go get out of jail and go right back out in them streets with none of what y'all have today? None of the luxuries or comforts or respect or opportunities. They didn't have nothing, and they were men. They had something to fight for.